Have you ever felt like your heart has shattered after a breakup, leaving you lost and overwhelmed? What if I told you there's an ancient philosophy that can transform this pain into power? Stoicism, a timeless guide for inner strength and resilience, offers profound wisdom to help you navigate the emotional storm of heartbreak and come out stronger than ever. In this video, we'll uncover Stoic principles that can turn your breakup into a breakthrough. Ready to transform your pain into growth? Let's dive in. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe for more Stoic insights on personal growth. Breakups, whether it's a sudden split or a gradual fading away, are among the most challenging emotional experiences we face. When we're in love, we experience a cocktail of emotions and chemicals that lift us up, making us feel invincible. But when love is lost, it can feel like the ground beneath us is crumbling. You might find yourself in a cycle of rumination, asking questions like, what could I have done differently? Or will I ever find love again? And while modern society might offer solutions like a rebound or scrolling through endless dating apps, ancient philosophies offer something much deeper, a way to truly understand and transform our relationship with pain, loss, and attachment. One of these philosophies is Stoicism. Born in ancient Greece and developed by thinkers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, Stoicism teaches us to find inner peace, not by controlling the external world, but by mastering our internal world. It encourages us to see events from a rational perspective, to detach from what we cannot control, and to focus on what we can, our own thoughts, emotions, and actions. Today we'll explore how Stoicism can guide us through the emotional upheaval of a breakup and help us emerge stronger on the other side. Understanding the pain of breakups, the Stoic perspective. To apply Stoicism to breakups, we first need to understand what's happening when we experience the pain of a breakup. When we fall in love, our bodies flood us with feel-good chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin, creating a natural high that bonds us to another person. It's nature's way of promoting attachment and reproduction. But when that bond is severed, either by choice or circumstance, the sudden loss of these chemicals can feel like withdrawal. We're left craving something or someone that is no longer there. The Stoics would argue that much of the suffering we experience comes not from the loss itself, but from our attachment to that person and the beliefs we form around that attachment. It's not just the breakup, it's the stories we tell ourselves about the breakup that cause us pain. And this is where Stoicism can help us rewrite those stories. 1. Challenging the belief I need that person to be happy. One of the most common beliefs after a breakup is the idea that we need the other person to be happy. You might find yourself thinking, I'll never be happy without them, or they were my everything. This belief can lead to clingy behavior, desperation, or depression. But let's dissect this belief with the help of the Stoics. Stoicism teaches that happiness is not something that comes from external things, whether that's a relationship, wealth, or status. Instead, happiness comes from within, from living in accordance with our own values and virtues. The Stoics believed that virtue qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline is all we need to achieve true happiness. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, said it best: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Imagine you've been relying on your partner as your main source of joy. Now they're gone and it feels like your happiness left with them. But what if you reframed this experience? Instead of seeing it as a loss, what if you viewed it as an opportunity to reconnect with yourself and rediscover what truly makes you happy? By turning inward, you start realizing that while relationships can bring joy, your happiness isn't dependent on them. It's dependent on how you choose to live your life and the mindset you cultivate. This realization is powerful because it shifts the focus back to what you can control yourself. 2. Deconstructing the feeling I'm entitled to that person. Another painful emotion that often surfaces during a breakup is anger, specifically, the feeling that we're entitled to the other person's presence in our lives. Maybe we're angry because we feel they broke a promise or betrayed us. We may think, I gave them everything, and this is how they repay me, but the Stoics teach us that this sense of entitlement is misguided. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who started his life as a slave, offers a powerful perspective on loss. He suggests that instead of thinking, "I have lost it," we should think, "I have returned it." This shift in perspective reframes our understanding of relationships. Rather than seeing our partner as something we owned or deserved, we view them as a gift that we were fortunate to experience for a time. When they're no longer in our lives, we're simply returning what was never truly ours. Think of it this way: if you borrow a beautiful painting from a gallery, you enjoy it while it's in your home. But when the gallery takes it back, you don't curse the gallery for taking what belongs to them. Instead, you're grateful for the time you had with it. This is how Stoicism encourages us to view our relationships as temporary gifts, not possessions. This perspective doesn't take away the pain, but it helps reduce feelings of resentment and anger, creating space for acceptance and healing. 3. Accepting change. I'll never get over that person. One of the most challenging aspects of a breakup is the belief that we'll never get over it. It feels like the pain will last forever. However, the Stoics remind us of the impermanence of all things. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Some things are rushing into existence, others out of it. Some of what now exists is already gone." This quote highlights the transient nature of life and everything in it, including our relationships and emotions. Imagine you're standing on the shore watching the waves crash and recede. Each wave is like an emotion, sometimes intense, sometimes gentle, but no wave stays forever. In the same way, our pain is like a wave. At first it feels overwhelming, but with time it begins to fade. The Stoics would say, instead of resisting the wave, let it wash over you. Feel the pain, acknowledge it, but don't let it drown you. Remember that this too shall pass. An important aspect of healing is not to suppress our emotions, but to observe them with a sense of detachment. You might feel devastated now, but a year from now you'll likely feel very different. Time is a great healer, but we also need to be proactive in how we engage with our grief. Stoicism teaches us to accept the flow of emotions and to find solace in the fact that change is the only constant. 4. Embracing loss as an opportunity for growth. Every breakup, no matter how painful, is an opportunity for growth. It's a chance to learn more about yourself, to understand your values and what you want from life. The Stoics believed in turning adversity into advantage. They called it amor fati, which means love of fate. This concept encourages us to not just accept what happens to us, but to love it. It means seeing every event, even a painful breakup, as an opportunity to practice virtue and grow stronger. Let's say you've just gone through a breakup and it feels like everything is falling apart. What if, instead of viewing it as a setback, you saw it as a challenge, an opportunity to cultivate resilience, patience, and inner strength? Think about the last time you faced a hardship and how it changed you. Did it not, in some way, make you stronger or wiser? The same can be true for a breakup. The pain we feel is a sign that we need to grow, to adapt, to become better versions of ourselves. 5. The importance of self-reflection and action. In the aftermath of a breakup, it's easy to fall into unhealthy patterns, isolating ourselves, overindulging in distractions like alcohol, or mindless scrolling, or even jumping into a new relationship just to fill the void. The Stoics, however, would encourage us to use this time for self-reflection and purposeful action. As Seneca advises, let the initial grief wash over you, but don't let it consume you. Take time to understand your emotions, to sit with your pain, and to learn from it. But reflection isn't enough. Stoicism also calls for action. Ask yourself, what can I do today to live a more virtuous life? How can I turn this pain into purpose? Maybe it's picking up a new hobby, dedicating time to personal growth, or helping others who are going through a similar situation. By focusing on what you can control, your actions, thoughts, and mindset, you slowly begin to regain a sense of agency and peace. 6. Rebuilding a Stoic mindset post-breakup. Rebuilding after a breakup doesn't happen overnight, but with a Stoic mindset, you can navigate the path with greater clarity and strength. Start by embracing the Stoic practice of negative visualization. Imagine what your life would be like if you had never met your ex-partner. What good things did you still have? What strengths were still within you? This practice helps you appreciate the positives and puts things in perspective. Next, practice self-discipline in your thoughts. Every time you find yourself ruminating about what went wrong, remind yourself of the Stoic principle: focus on what you can control. You can't change the past or another person's feelings, but you can change how you react and move forward. Conclusion. So what do we take away from this Stoic approach to handling breakups? The teachings of Stoicism remind us that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can control how we respond to it. A breakup, though painful, is not the end of your story. It's a chapter, a moment in time that offers the potential for profound growth and self-discovery. Use this time to reconnect with yourself, to rediscover your values, and to cultivate a mindset that allows you to embrace life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. If you found this exploration of Stoicism helpful, consider subscribing to our channel and hitting the like button. Together, we'll continue to navigate life's challenges with wisdom, courage, and clarity. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time. This comprehensive guide integrates Stoic teachings on handling breakups, providing practical insights on how to navigate emotional turmoil and grow from the experience. Let me know if you'd like any adjustments or additional sections.